This is Ariel Ryan, entertainment reporter and writer, here on the red carpet for the 22nd Annual Urban World Film Festival in New York City. For opening night, we're premiering Night School, which stars Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. There are so many stars in the room this evening, so make sure you stay tuned for behind-the-scenes footage and exclusive interviews coming your way. This is Ariel Ryan from theblackmedia.org, and I'm with director MalcolmDLee. So, I know that in the movie there is a discussion of learning disabilities and mental illness. So I want to ask you, why do you think it was so important to add that element in the movie as well as have it shed light for media?
Well, there's no mental illness. I'll be very clear about that. But there is. We do talk about learning styles and how people, try to. Not everybody learns the same, and I think that's very important because we don't have that. There's not a one-size-fits-all for education. So we want to talk about that a little bit in our movie, and not just be funny, but also try something where we can say a little something about the educational system, where not everybody learns the same, and that just because a person learns differently doesn't make them stupid.
I'm here with artist Mac Wiles. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask you, what are you most excited about in seeing this film tonight?
I think to see how Kevin and Tiffany clash, it's going to be amazing. You know, they're two of the most funniest people out right now, and Will Packer putting them together in a movie, it's only going to be hilarious. So I'm waiting.
Okay. And so with that, I know they mentioned a lot of, aspects of learning disabilities in the movie. And so why do you think it's important to have them shed light in the film like this?
I think it's not many times that we get opportunities to shed light on things like this, that the struggles that kids go through every day with learning disabilities. So to bring that aspect to it, it makes it human.
Why do you think it's very important to shed light in this film on learning disabilities and in the media?
Yeah, well, because so many people suffer from them. And I think at the end of the day, Kevin's character, who does have a learning disability, learns that he can be who he is unashamedly. And that's what's important. And I think that's something that all of us can learn, learning disability or not, but certainly people who have a challenge to overcome, it's okay. Be who you are. People should accept you, regardless of whether they do or not have confidence in who you are.
Your character, your character, Terry, has a learning disability. So
Yes.
I wanted to know, why do you think it's important to shed light on this topic in the media and in this?
First and foremost, education is important. Within content that you create, you want people to be able to identify and relate with it. So shining the light not just on education, on people that are suffering from learning disabilities that may not be comfortable talking about it. We did it from a comedic perspective of a guy that had problems and difficulties with it, but needed the support group for him to deal with it. And after dealing with it, he understand that other people could or may be suffering from the same thing, and that it wasn't as serious as he thought it was. He alienated himself because it was something that he feared people knowing. So ultimately, communication is key. So if people are suffering from these things, communicate about it, open up, allow people to share and help. When they do, ultimately it becomes better.
How are you doing this evening?
Man, I'm excited to be here, man. It's black excellence, if that's what you want to call it. You got Will Packer, you got MalcolmDLee, you got Kevin Hart, you got Tiffany Haddish, you got Fat Joe. I mean, it's hilarious, man. It's about second chances. People going back to night school, get their life in check. Everybody got their own adversities, and they trying to overcome it in night school,
And so, tell me something funny. Did you know what the Pythagorean theorem was before this film?
I still don't know what the Pythagorean theorem. I was asking this girl that works for Universal, like for real, what's the Pythagorean theorem? And she started saying C minus 2. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm with Mr. Shiggy. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So what are you most excited to see in this film tonight?
Most excited to see jokes. I want to laugh. It's a comedy, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I want to see laugh. I want to see that Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart combination. See how that works out. I think it's gonna be good because Tiffany is funny and Kevin Hart is funny. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Okay. Me too, actually. But there's this part in the scene where Tiffany Haddish's character asks Kevin. No, in previews.
Oh.
I wish I could. In the previews where she asked him if he wants to smoke weed. So I know that that's like a teacher and student situation. If there was something that you could do with your teacher that you wouldn't get in trouble for, what would you do?
My teacher?
Yeah.
That's kind of I don't know. I don't want to hang out with no teacher anyway. Yeah.
I mean, if she hot like Tiffany Haddish, she's a hot teacher and she's smart.
If he was a hot teacher, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Nothing. I don't want to do that with my teacher.
Okay. Have you gotten a chance to meet Kevin Hart yet?
Yeah, I seen him on the car. Actually, I seen him last year. He was leaving a LA Clippers game, and he was just like, "Hey, you're funny," but just walking by. So that was my first time to meet him. We had a good conversation on the carpet just now, which is kind of like, it's kind of good because Kevin Hart is like that man right now, and like for the last couple years with this thing. So it was kind of good to get that moment where he kind of acknowledged me, even do what I was doing too.
This is Ariel Ryan, redefining the black media, signing off.